He lived in the desert, wore camel's hair, ate bugs, and called out kings without fear. But here's what most people don't know. John the Baptist wasn't just some wild preacher yelling in the wilderness. He was the spark that ignited the greatest movement in history. And the way his story ends, you won't believe how deep it goes. Let me take you back. Before Jesus ever preached a word, before the miracles, before the crowds, there was John. And his mission wasn't just to baptize. It was to prepare the world for something way bigger, something divine. John was no ordinary man. He was born to Zechariah and Elizabeth, an elderly couple who thought they'd never have children. But an angel showed up, literally, and said, "This child will be great in the eyes of the Lord." From the very beginning, John's life had a purpose: to get people ready for the arrival of the Messiah. And John didn't play it safe. He left the cities, the noise, the comforts. He went out into the desert, alone, preaching a radical message: repent, the kingdom of heaven is near. Crowds came, soldiers, tax collectors, even Pharisees. And then, one day, Jesus showed up. And what happened next shocked everyone. Because when Jesus walked into the water, John knew exactly who he was. But what Jesus asked seemed backwards. He said, "Baptize me." Wait, what? The Messiah being baptized by a man? John hesitated. He said, "I'm the one who needs to be baptized by you." But Jesus insisted, and in that moment, as John lowered him into the Jordan River, the skies opened. A voice thundered from heaven, "This is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased." That moment changed everything. But John's story doesn't end there. After baptizing Jesus, John kept preaching, boldly, unapologetically. He even called out King Herod for taking his brother's wife. And that got him locked up. In a dark prison cell, John, the same man who once shouted with confidence, started to wonder, was Jesus really the one? So he sent his followers to ask Jesus directly, and Jesus responded with something powerful. "Go tell John what you see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, the dead are raised, and the good news is preached to the poor." That was all John needed to hear. Not long after, Herod threw a party, and after a twisted turn of events, John was executed. His head was brought out on a platter, and just like that, the voice crying out in the wilderness was silenced. Or was it? Because John's voice still echoes today. He was the bridge between prophecy and fulfillment. And if you think his story is wild, just wait till you hear what happened after his death. Make sure you hit subscribe, because next time, we're diving into the moment Jesus finally reveals who he really is. And trust me, it's not what most people expect.